two major names from the HYBE labels dropped back-to-back announcements today on April 14th, BTS Jin and Enhypen. So we're gonna talk about these artists, and then we'll at the end of this video, I'm gonna ramble on as usual to talk what I think about these comeback plans and announcements and issues. Okay, so let's start with Jin. BTS Jin to make solo comeback in May, busy as ever after topping Netflix. So here's a title exclusive article released by News N. BTS Jin is officially returning to his roots as a musician. According to News N on April 14th, Jin is set to release a new solo album in May. This marks his solo comeback just 6 months after his last release. Having worked tirelessly to stay connected with fans, Jin is gearing up for an active year in 2025. Back in November 2024, Jin dropped his first solo album, HYBE, filled with his sincere wish to share more happiness. The album topped major domestic and international charts and ranked 20th on Hanta annual album chart, making it the highest ranking solo release that year. I really like that album. Jin hasn't just been focused on music. He's been making moves across multiple industries. Since completing his mandatory military service in June, he's held a solo fan meeting, participated as a torchbearer for the 2024 Paris Summer Olympics, and taken on the role of global brand ambassador for Gucci, all while appearing in various ad campaigns that kept him in the spotlight. He's also made his presence known in entertainment or 예능 or broadcasting. Every Tuesday, Jin stars in his own variety content series Run Jin, 달려라 석진 on BTS official YouTube channel Bangtan TV, taking on different challenges and showing off his playful side. On top of that, he recently starred in the Netflix original variety show 대환장 기안장, which premiered on April 8th and quickly hit number 1 on the platform. Episodes 4 to 6 will be released at 4 p.m. on April 15th. Now, have you guys watched this? I haven't watched it. I was wondering about it. So let me know if you checked it out and tell me what you thought about it. Maybe I can do like a live reaction, of course, with the screen and audio off, just my voice, because of copyright issues. Because I'm interested, and I wonder how much screen time Jin has in the show. So let me know if you have already watched some of it. All right, with his comeback in May, Jin is expected to lead BTS solo activities for the first half of 2025, following in the footsteps of fellow member J-Hope. J-Hope released his singles Sweet Dreams on March 7th and Mona Lisa on March 21st, and is currently in the middle of his successful solo tour, Hope on the Stage. Yep, J-Hope is killing it. He recently finished his North American tour, and he's doing the Asia tour now, right? So, yeah, and I'm super excited. Now, Dispatch added a bit more detail here by saying a representative from Big Hit told Dispatch on April 14th, Jin is preparing to release a new album in May. We'll share more detailed plans about his comeback soon, meaning the date has not been finalized. Is their goal, right, to have a comeback in May, right? So we'll have to wait for further details. This will be Jin's first comeback since his solo debut with HYBE in November last year. That album ranked number 4 on Billboard 200 and also placed number 2 on the World Album Chart and number 3 on Top Album Sales. His track Running Wild made it to number 53 on the Billboard Hot 100 and even topped the digital song sales chart. Several tracks from the album, including I'll Be There, Heart on the Window, Another Level, and Until I Reach You, also charted on Billboard Global, excluding US rankings. His popularity held strong in Korea as well, with HYBE ranking 20th on Hanta's year-end album chart, the highest placement for any solo artist that year. Jin's success stood out even during his time away for military service. Yeah, I quite like the album. I think my favorite was I'll Be There. Although, yeah, each and every track was great. But hoping that the next album will be even greater. Now, the natural question is, what kind of how many songs will be on the album, right? Would it be a single EP, mini album? I think it would be too much of an expectation to hope for a full-length album, of course. So maybe, I don't know, 6 or under, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see, right? So that was Jin, very excited, having a comeback as a musician and artist. Now, let's move on to Enhypen. They made their own announcement today through their social media and through PRs, right? And unlike Jin, who hasn't finalized the comeback date, Enhypen is confirmed, right? June 5th. Enhypen heats up Coachella, announces June comeback. Enhypen, who just lit up the Coachella stage, they killed it, right? I made a reaction video yesterday on YouTube channel, which got taken down due to copyright issues. But if you're interested, it's on my Patreon page. But I sang along the whole time. I love their music, their discography. I watched them live in concert when they had a concert in Goyang in Korea last year. But yeah, they killed it. All right, let me get back to the article. Enhypen, who just lit up the Coachella stage, has announced their return with the new album coming this June. It will be their first comeback in about 7 months since Romance Untold Daydream. Right after their performance at the Coachella Valley Music and Arts Festival on April 13th, the group surprised fans on a Weverse live stream saying, "We have news, we're coming back on June 5th. According to their agency, Belief Lab, Enhypen had been working on their 6-minute album while preparing for Coachella at the same time. And by the way, according to statistics, they had a highest number of people who joined in for streaming, most watched live show in Coachella's history after Beyonce. So number 1 in terms of K-pop acts, but number 2 in terms of the overall Coachella's history, right after following Beyonce. So that's pretty amazing. Yeah, and I think they really deserved the praises that they have been receiving. All right, Enhypen has steadily evolved through 5 concept series: Border, Dimension, Manifesto, Blood, and Romance. From boys who cross borders into confusing dimensions, to making declarations of self-discovery, referring to Manifesto, to realizing a shared destiny, meaning fate, through blood ties, and exploring love with someone from an opposite world. Each series has shown a new layer of their story. Their growth was undeniable in 2024. The second studio album, Romance Untold, became a triple million seller, and the repackaged version, Romance Untold Daydream, set a new record for the highest first week sales among all K-pop repackaged albums, with over 1.4 million copies sold. So that's incredible. In total, Enhypen sold more than 5.45 million albums last year, ranking as the 3rd highest among K-pop acts. They also topped the IFPI's 2024 Global Album Sales Chart and Global Album Chart among Korean artists. And their momentum is carrying over into 2025. The group recently dropped the digital single Lose and performed it live for the first time on the popular US talk show Jimmy Kimmel Live, showing off a polished performance and stage control that caught local viewers' attention. The performance video on the show's YouTube channel quickly surpassed 1 million views. Now, I know a lot of fans are saying, why did they not perform this at Coachella, right? Because it's a great song and also all in English. And I have the same question. Maybe they will perform week 2 this coming Saturday, but we'll see. I've heard that the members, it was their decision, the whole set list, right? Or at least they added considerable input into determining the set list. So maybe they might play around depending on their preparation and rehearsals, but we'll have to see. But I like that song. Then, just 2 days later, they made their debut at Coachella, performing 13 songs in a 45-minute set filled with high-energy live vocals and choreography. The crowd responded with loud cheers and full-on sing-alongs, turning the desert stage into a frenzy. Enhypen will return to Coachella for another set on April 19th at 8:35 p.m. local time. So that will be exciting again. All right, one more news. Enhypen to appear on the Jennifer Hudson show amid rising U.S. popularity. Enhypen is keeping up the heat in the U.S., balancing top-tier festival stages with major talk show appearances. According to the Jennifer Hudson show's official social media, the group is confirmed to appear on the April 16th. The show is known for featuring world-class artists and airs across various U.S. networks. This appearance further underscores Enhypen's growing presence and influence. Just last week, they premiered their new single Lose on Jimmy Kimmel Live, delivering a sleek performance that highlighted their live vocals and charisma. That stage performance quickly went viral, drawing over 1 million views in no time. And only 2 days after that, they stormed the Coachella stage for the first time, performing 13 songs with explosive energy and receiving roaring responses from the crowd. Enhypen will be back at Coachella for their second performance on April 19th at 8:35 p.m. local time once again. So yeah, that's exciting. To my knowledge, Enhypen is getting much more popular internationally than domestically, meaning in Korea. And they have gradually and dramatically expanded their fan base. And I think this could happen further, especially after they killed that Coachella stage, right? So, yeah, my expectation is high for Enhypen, and also especially for their June 5th comeback, right? We don't have a lot of details at this stage, so we'll have to see like whether it's gonna be a EP, mini album, or full-length album. Okay, but I quite liked Romance Untold, so yeah, I'm super excited. All right, so with Jin's return and Enhypen's comeback announced at the same time, it feels like HYBE is really, reloading for a massive wave of releases and momentum in 2025. I kind of talked about this last week while I was covering a series of analyst reports on HYBE with their own like expectations and predictions for comebacks, right? And according to this particular analyst, is part of Hyundai Car Securities. This report was released on April 10th. He said this: in Q2, major artists such as 17, TXT, and Enhypen are set for major comebacks, and Boy Next Door and TWS are also scheduled to return, signaling the beginning of a performance recovery. From Q3 onward, solo album, Physical, activities by J-Hope and Jin are expected to ramp up, and individual projects are likely to become more active ahead of BTS full group return. Now, even though this guy expected that Jin comeback will happen in Q3, it actually is happening earlier, right, in Q2. And I have said that even though, analysts have much more information and they have access to information earlier than general public, they're not always right? So nothing was confirmed. But, at least when it comes to Jin's comeback, I had no idea that he will have a comeback this year, so that was a pleasant surprise. So among the artists that he mentioned, 17 is confirmed to have a comeback in May. TXT semi-confirmed because they had that little teaser spoiler recently for May 2nd comeback. Enhypen confirmed. Boy Next Door also confirmed, but without the set date. They're planning to have a comeback in May, and TWS, they're having a comeback on April 21st. And of course, even though he didn't mention it, N-Team is having a comeback on April 23rd. Right, now, what about J-Hope? This guy said, from Q3 onward, solo album, physical album activities by J-Hope is expected to ramp up. So, I don't know, we'll have to see whether he can have a comeback after his world tour. Would it be a EP, mini, full length, or a single? We'll have to see. But we kind of are expecting at least a new single from J-Hope, right? So I'm excited about that. Now, one more thing. In the same report, analyst Kim Hyun-young also said this. Katseye is also set for a comeback between June and July, with plans for a new album in the second half and their first US tour by year end, suggesting strong traction in the American market. So maybe this Katseye comeback could be materialized as well between June and July. I know Katseye fans, icons, are dying to hear any sort of announcements, and they were super disappointed when Katseye recently had a Weverse Live. They didn't share anything new. So let's hope that, this analyst is right, or we have something better coming. Okay? All right, with that, I'll wrap it up. If there's anything I missed during this video or any incorrect information, then please feel free to correct me by adding comments. And as always, when we comment, let's stay positive, respectful, and classy. And once again, I'm super excited for Jin's and Enhypen's comeback in May and June, respectively. All right, peace and love. Bye-bye.